people who are buying hair weaves and nails is a surefire way for you to be able to look at that specific individual and realize the absence of the time in their own minds. If that's you, please stop purchasing those items and purchase food or water or some type of irrigation system or a solar oven or something so you can feed your family and feed yourself to protect yourself for what's coming on the land, for what's actually already here. If you have enough money to buy hair weave, to make sure your hair is fly, if you purchase in makeup, if you are purchasing nails, if you are purchasing anything other than to make sure that you and your family is good when the lights go out, then I question your capability of not being one of the actual zombies that comes after people. As a matter of fact, to me, that's my marking. That when I see somebody with hair weaves and nails on, that tells me that you've been spending your money on trying to look good, and your children are going to be starving, or you're going to be starving. And it's deep too, because many women are going to be flocking to men during this hour to protect them, when in essence, what God has shown me throughout several dreams is that men are going to be the biggest chickens, except for his chosen men. But men are going to be the biggest chickens in this hour when they see what's coming up on the land. And this should be a perfect example to all y'all too. People who are running to do anything other than to make sure that you and your family are good with the incoming food famine that's already here. That you can, if you're able to buy some nails and you're able to get that hair weave, then you can go to the Dollar Tree and get a bag of rice, get some cans of, canned food or something. And don't forget to buy like 10 can openers, because there's nothing worse than running out of can openers when your first, second, and third one broke. But what's most important right now is that you're focusing and you're paying very close attention, and that you deal with your own personal vices, your own personal self-love. Because if you're not dealing with your own personal self-love, you're going to be dressed up and messed up. You're dressing all up, putting all these hair weaves in, putting all these nails on for men who ain't even looking at you. They looking at each other. I can't even begin to tell y'all how many more men are looking and seeking after men than they're seeking after women. So we're in the time right now to where I'm not here to judge. I'm just here to describe a deep observation that is running rampant all over the land. More people are busy attending the latest club, going out, hanging out with people, still mixed up in the midst of what's happening on this planet. Every single thing that you see in front of you right now is an illusion. It's there on purpose to distract you. And if you're still getting dressed up so you can go hang out at the baseball game or the latest football game or the latest basketball game or the latest concert, or you're still entertaining people that don't accept you for who you are, you haven't even accepted yourself for who you are. Because when you accept yourself for who you truly are, hair is a spiritual journey. So when you realize, look, if people love me for who I truly am, they're going to love me bald-headed. They're going to love me with no weave. They're going to love me with a weave. And if you're not wearing a weave during these times, while everybody else is buying hair, you're very unique. You're very rare and you're very special. Hair is antennas. So be very mindful when y'all going out there and y'all mixing other people's hair in the mix of y'all hair, because you in the middle of taking on other people's karma, and you wondering what's happening in your own life, but you too busy trying to please Joe for one night when he got 30 other girls trying to do the same exact thing that you doing. So, and he don't like none of y'all. The reason that a lot of these men are hanging out with y'all in the first place is simply because y'all are giving them empire. You're treating these men better than you're treating your children. You're paying more attention to these men than you're paying attention to your children. You'll go out and spend all this money on lingerie, on alcohol, on weed, just for a one night stand with a man, when you could have been using that money on your children, getting them shoes, getting them some type of food, getting something put away. I am so nervous for the children, because even on my journey, as God has me out there, I notice that the children, they are entertaining each other. They're going to protect each other. There will be children gangs. But what's sad about it is that right now the parents are more busy with entertaining each other in this world of perversion, in this world of lust, so much to where they're not watching the children. The children have to watch themselves. The children are having to protect themselves, and the children are starving. The children are going hungry, and the parents aren't using the money what they say that they're supposed to be using the money for, or whatever they're getting the money for. And then here it is, you got all these hair weaves on, even nails. Chinese, they go through a whole poison school that they launch for all of them out of LA before they even allow them to open up a nail shop. And here it is, you're putting these perms in your hair that's dyeing, frying, dechemicalizing your hair, and it's toxic. It's toxicity on your organs. And then makeup is aborted babies. So here it is, you're trying to be the latest GQ magazine, and ain't nothing GQ about starving and standing there and, okay, you got your hair weave, you got your makeup on, but who are you? You're trying to be your authorized representative. You're trying to be someone that God did not originally create you to be. If you really want to be about it, if you're really down, natural is the best way to go. Because first of all, it's free to be natural. You're unique. If a person don't love you for who you are and how you look naturally, then that's their problem. You know, that saves you a lot of trouble from any unnecessary drama down the line. So I just wanted to put that out there to say, I really hope that y'all putting extra food, extra water, something away for you and your children. The lights are going out. Even if you feel that you got enough, blankets. Trust me when I say there is a cold freeze. There is a cold front that's coming over the land. And I promise you, y'all. I promise you, I saw it in a vision. There will be millions and millions and millions of people that will be deceased in their homes because they will be frozen stiff. I saw people frozen stiff in rocking chairs in their home. I saw people frozen stiff who did not have any type of fireplace or wood stove in their home. I saw people frozen stiff who are more concerned with hair weaves and nails and entertaining Joe and Bob than they were in entertaining their relationship and their connection with God Almighty. So therefore, they're not going to be the statistics that the Bible speaks of, that people are going to be eating earthworms out of the ground to try to help feed themselves and to help feed them their children. So don't let that be you. Right now, you should be training your body anyways to go through fasting, and allow God to show you what your next moves are. Allow God to show you who to talk to, who not to talk to, who to deal with, who not to deal with. Now, I do want to put this out there. If you feel in your heart, I need you to go to God about this, but if you feel in your heart that in some way, shape, or form that God has a call in your life, and you're wanting God to use you, you just don't know where to go or what to do, and I've already talked to you in the past, or maybe I didn't talk to you in the past, reach out to me. Send me an email, and I'll reply back to you as to what it is that God is telling me to tell you. So if it's going to be just a bootleg email or just Mr. Smith trying to check in, trust me, I do spiritual background checks, so I'll see you before you even send the email. So with that being said, I just want to let y'all know, just keep going to the $1.25 store and getting what you can. As far as the gardens are concerned, true, get gardens. But the Bible also says that I will give them gardens that they did not plant. I will give them vineyards that they did not, grow. So you have to trust God at the same time. And don't do panic buying. Because at this point, if you do panic buying, you can take $100 and go to the store, and that $100 is gone. It's like the money's just evaporating. And then at the same time, too, what God is showing each and every one of us is, are you good stewards of what he already gave you, though? Because you may only have one bag of beans, and somebody else may have like a whole 5-6 years supplies worth of beans. But God will show you where on fertile soil versus the stony stones where to plant that one bean. And you'll never know, because that one bean and trust in God can turn into Jack and the Beanstalks. And next thing you know, you may plant that one bean that end up growing up a tree so tall that you're able to climb that tree and look out over the land as God points to you where the food and where the water is at. So practice trusting God in the small things. God says, if you are faithful in the few things, I will make you ruler over many. And I feel that so strong with God's people right now. All right, y'all. So this ain't the time to get scared. This is the time to make sure that you're grounding yourself the best way that you can. We do have a full, straight, all plan